Hey garden friends, happy Monday. I hope you all enjoyed your holiday weekend and got to spend time enjoying your garden. If you're like me, we have to remind ourselves to do that. I find that the garden work is never done. There's always something else I need to do or remove or fix or plant or whatever the case may be, and I have to always remind myself, just sit down a minute and enjoy the beauty. So I hope you found time to do that this weekend. So it is Monday. That means we have 7 more amazing plant of the day plants for you. Annuals, perennials, and shrubs, a couple of my personal favorites. I'm so excited to show you them. We make it super easy for you to shop all of the plants. The link is down below. It'll take you right to the product pages. We run 30% off our plant of the day plants. On Mondays, you can enjoy that 30% off all of the plants for 24 hours, and then each day is a new plant. So lots of options and chances to buy. We used to only do a 4-hour window, so thank you for those of you who spoke up. It is now 24 hours that you can purchase as many as you want. While you're checking the links down below, be sure to give us a like and follow. We will love you forever. Without further ado, let's get to the pretties. Our first plant of the day is the cerveza in lime. I feel like not enough of you know and grow this beauty. It has the most divine fragrance I've ever smelt of any annual. Absolutely love it. It's very limey, very tropical vibes. It has a beautiful rounded habit. I love growing this in both containers and in the landscape. So we're doing things a little bit different this week with Plant of the Day. Normally we're in the greenhouse and we're showing you all of the plants, but what I'm doing is I'm picking some plants in our gardens that I think would pair well with the particular plant of the day. So I chose this bed here because I love cerveza in the ground as like a hedge, or lots of clumps of them. And the beautiful thing about this is when you have it in the ground, and let's say you're having a gathering and you've got everybody coming over to see your beautiful backyard, you give this guy a sprinkle of water and it emits that fragrance out into the air, and it's divine. My second favorite place to put it is in a patio pot, a place that you sit often and you make every single person come in and smell that plant. All right, so the plants that I think that it would pair well with, I went for like a tropical vibe because it kind of gives me that feel. So in front we have the Blew My Mind. That is a really heat drought tolerant plant, just like our cerveza. And then there's Berry Blend and Golden Gate Lantana, also heat and drought tolerant. You see a theme here. And then we have the Angel Face, perfectly pink, stunning, and in the black is the Blue Mohawk. So I think cerveza would pop right into this bed perfectly. I would probably plant it in between or with the lantanas in terms of height and growth. Don't plant it in the front because it will get up to about 2 feet tall and wide. So it's got a really nice round habit. This would also be beautiful in a combination. One of each of those colors with the cerveza would be stunning. So you just want to make sure you plant it in full sun. Like I said, heat and drought tolerant and a beautiful smell. Cerveza and lime. Next, we have the Super Tunia Mini Vista White. She is a stunner and a top seller year after year after year. As with all Mini Vistas, very dense branching, which creates this cloud of white wherever you plant her. As you can see, she's a very vigorous grower. So right here, she is planted with Super Tunia Really Red and Royal Velvet, and she's swallowing them up. So it's a good learning experience, right? So when you're using the Mini Vista White, you want to pair it with another Vista Super Tunia. Bubblegum, Jazzberry, Paradise. There's lots and lots to choose from, but just be mindful of that. She grows great in containers and in the ground, filling up space up to 3 feet. And like I said, it is just this constant cloud of white from the time you plant her until frost. Plant in part to full sun and really sit back, relax, and enjoy the beautiful Mini Vista White. Next up, we have the beautiful Dolce Toffee Tart Coral Bells. I love coral bells. They're so easy, and it's just a great way to add a pop of color to your shady spaces. So obviously that was the first place I looked, was the shade, because that's what this guy prefers. And surrounded with some beautiful hostas. Wouldn't that look so pretty? It looks like we've got some Pinkadot plant here in the front. And these hostas have been here for a while, so I'm not even going to try to attempt the names because I'll probably get it wrong, and I don't want to steer you in the right direction or the wrong direction. but I think that this would be beautiful in there. It's going to get a little bit taller than the Pink Dot plant, but obviously not as big as the hostas, so you want to plant your heuchera in the middle of the bed or the front if you don't have any annuals in front of it. But what I love the most about the Toffee Tart is the tons of different colors. I mean, you've got some green, some brown, some burgundy, some red, some orange. She's a stunner. Super easy to grow. Just make sure you're planting her in part to full shade. She's gonna come back bigger and beautiful year after year. She's hardy in zones 4 through 9, and this beautiful color will go well into fall. So you've got your fall planted up, those fall colors already. Dolce Toffee Tart Heuchera. Next up, we have Rockin' Round Superstar Sedum. I thought this guy would fit really nicely in this bed. There's some open space as we're waiting for the arborescens hydrangeas to fill in, but it's a full sun area. It only grows to be about 12 to 16 inches tall and wide, so it's got a cute little mounded habit, and she would tuck in really nice right in between these sun patients, which are compact purple. So when it has this like turquoisey kind of foliage, which I absolutely love, very succulent-like, feels just like a succulent because it's heat and drought tolerant, but it has this beautiful pink bloom. These guys are just starting to open up, and I think that will look so pretty with the compact purple sun patients, and they're just easy. Sedum is a super easy, I feel like you can run them over with the truck and they bounce right back and be happy, growing bigger and beautiful season after season. They are hardy in zones 4 to 9. Make sure you plant them in full sun. You don't have to water a whole lot after they're established, just an easy perennial for your space. Rock and Grow Superstar Sedum. Next up, we have the Star Blast Chiffon Rose of Sharon. I love this Rose of Sharon because of her beautiful bloom. It is this pale pink and this magenta star-shaped center, and it's got this cloud puff of extra blooms right in the middle. She's a stunner, a newer Rose of Sharon. So I picked this spot so that you could see an older Rose of Sharon. So we have probably 3 planted right here. I don't know which variety. I'm going to guess either the Paraplu or the Blue Chiffon. I can't remember. I need to see it in bloom to know for sure. But this is a Chiffon Rose of Sharon. So this is the habit you can expect out of Miss Pink Star Blast. So the one thing about Rose of Sharon's, and you can see here, you know, we are starting into July and she still does not have blooms. Rose of Sharon's are late to wake up in the spring and they are later to bloom. What I love about them is that they keep the color going later in the season. So when everything else kind of starts to tucker out, you know, perennials and such, the Rose of Sharon's are still shining, putting out those beautiful blooms. Star Blast Chiffon is hardy in zones 5 through 9. She grows about 8 to 10 feet tall and about 5 to 8 feet wide. So this is probably 2 or 3 of the Rose of Sharon, so make sure that you're planting her with enough space to grow and thrive. Super easy shrub. You don't really have to worry about pruning. If you do prune, you just want to make sure that you do it late in the winter or early in the spring. And as I said, don't forget, she's very late to wake up. A lot of times my Rose of Sharon's in the spring, I'm like, did she make it? Did she not make it? She made it. She's just a sleepyhead. Star Blast Chiffon Rose of Sharon. Next up, we have the Wine and Roses White Gilock. And this beauty is hardy in zones 4 through 8, and it grows to be about 4 to 5 feet tall and wide. She loves full sun. So I chose this area because of the black lace sambucus behind me. The beautiful thing about the Wine and Roses is she gets this dark purple foliage as the season progresses. So it starts out this great green, and you can see kind of at the top it starts to transition. So I thought that would be a beautiful thing to plant next to the black lace. In the spring, she has beautiful hot pink flowers that will really stand out atop the foliage, and imagine a black lace behind it. Stunning! Weigelas are super easy to grow. They are a spring bloomer, so it's not a full season, but that's what I love about this one because of the purple foliage that it takes on. So it's great all through the season and well into fall. Wine and Roses, Weigela. Our last plant of the day is the Oh So Easy Peasy Rose. I have fallen in love with this rose. I saw it a couple of years ago at Spring Meadow Nursery, the grower of our color choice shrubs, and they have this beautiful hedge of just all easy peasies, and you can see that bright pink from a mile away. It's stunning. So I had to grow some myself. I got one in my yard last year and I was blown away with the blooms this year. So second year it has been covered. It looked, probably I had more blooms than this. It's first flush and the second flush is coming on now, and it's just covered, you guys. Covered in these magnificent little tiny clusters of the perfect pink bloom. And like all Oh So Easy's, highly, highly disease resistant, so super easy for us to grow and care for. I've always been a little intimidated by roses. I will say that Miss Oh So Easy Peasy has in fact been easy peasy. Haven't had to spray her once. She is hardy in zones 4 through 9 and grows to be about 2.5 to 3.5 feet tall and wide. So a nice little tidy thing that you can pop in anywhere. I chose this spot because we have the mini mauvette hydrangeas that stay about that same height. And I think a couple of those Oh So Easy Peasy popped in there in between would just be a nice pop of color against the more muted color of the mini mauvette blooms. And this area is full sun and roses love full sun. Oh So Easy Peasy. There you have it, another 7 beautiful plant of the day plants for 30% off. I hope you learned something new or found something that you love. As I mentioned in the beginning, our gardening work is never done. You can never have too many plants and it's never too late to plant. So enjoy that discount while you can. Thank you so much for watching. Happy planting.